Hey guys, welcome back to the Nightmare Toys podcast. This is our third episode, and today I have
Christy,
Dylan,
and Brian.
And so today we're going to talk about Candyman. We rented out a theater on Sunday night, and we all went and watched it together. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I love taking the employees to go see the movie.
And so I guess we'll start with Brian. What did you think?
I thought it was good. Normally when you got three writers to a movie, it kind of gets muddied. So part of it, I kind of wish they would have stuck with one aspect to go. I was personally loving the body horror aspect of it. And just seeing his whole skin become like a beehive and
yeah, that was really cool.
Everything. That was really cool. And I really loved the really dark, moody score that Robert Lowe did, which is amazing. And we do have up for pre-order on our website right now. So that'll be coming out January.
Supposed to. Yeah. From Waxwork Records.
Waxworks Records, who do amazing work. So you could get that now, very limited. And I thought Yahya Abdul-Mateen II was a really good choice for Anthony.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job.
So
I think they all did.
Yeah. It's nice seeing him get bigger roles, too. Like, it's weird seeing him go from, like, Aquaman to Candyman.
Well, guess who didn't like it? Dylan. What did you think?
Well, I mean, I won't, take a crap all over it or anything like that. I thought it was good. Like, I enjoyed watching. I thought it was fun. But I thought Coleman Domingo did a really good job. He always does a really good job. He's a really good actor. But I kind of thought he was the only actor in the movie. I don't know. If you have, like good dialogue with some poor acting, you can get away with it. And if you have, like, bad dialogue with good acting, you can get away with it. But if you have bad dialogue and bad acting, you can't really get away with it, at least not for me. So, I thought that the overall theme was good, though. Like, I liked the story, I liked the theme, and like what he touched on, I liked the music and the makeup effects in it. But my favorite part is the paper puppets, like for all the like flashback, like story sequences and stuff. I thought were really cool, and those were done by a company called, I think, Manual Cinema. And before, and I'm sure they still do it, but they would travel and put on these shows where you could see them at the front of the stage, like doing the puppets. So you could either watch them like just doing the puppets, or behind them there was like a huge screen that projects what they were doing, and it would be like an hour and a half, like full show, like a whole story with, like, I think live music and everything. So like that company's awesome, and I thought that the way that the filmmakers utilized it for the movie was like really good. So I still enjoyed watching it. I just it was just kind of fell apart a little bit with most of the performances, in my opinion.
I'm still convinced you just didn't like it because the guy peeled his nail off.
I didn't watch that part. It didn't bother me. I closed my eyes. I know. I've seen enough movies. I know when it's coming. I just cover my eyes.
That part was awesome. And then
the tendon.
When he shoved the
hook into the arm. You could hear it cracking the bone all the way down.
That was gross.
Yeah, the gore was great. I thought.
The gore was good. The bathroom scene, that was awesome. All the blood and stuff. The girls that were saying it in the high school bathroom or college or
whatever it was.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, I enjoyed it. I was going in thinking that I wasn't going to, but I really enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed how they talked about Tony Todd's Candyman, and they talked about Sherman, which they talk about that in the original movie, both stories. So they kind of tied that in very well with the original movie, I thought. I think a lot of horror fans were scared that it wasn't going to tie in. I believe it tied in pretty well. I mean, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I like the fact of the different Candymans. I think that there will be possibly another one, maybe? A sequel to this, I think, maybe. I mean, did y'all get that?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty
fair
good chance that they'll be like, hey, Jordan, go make us another one. They'll be like, okay.
It's making money.
Right.
I would say,
a good weekend.
Yeah, I think, like, it's weird in the climate because a lot of movies aren't making the money that like theaters or owners think that it will because of the pandemic, and this one actually went over what they thought it was going to do. Which normally just an R-rated horror movie alone doesn't tend to do well unless it's a well-known movie like Halloween or Friday the 13th or something. And this went over the projections, which was really nice considering that's a movie filled with not known actors for the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
And it's, I mean, I guess that's why Blumhouse does so well. Budget's low, profits high.
Well, they did good with this one though.
They did do good with it.
Because I grew up with the original, so I was kind of scared, and I thought they did really well with it. And they, you know, like I said, they tied it in really well. Even, you know, talking about Helen, her character too, you know, Virginia Madsen's character. So
yeah, that's the only thing I was disappointed with, that they cut her completely out.
Cut her out. Yeah, they just showed like a picture of her.
Yeah.
But, you know, and then you find out that Anthony is the baby and all that. So, yeah, it all ties in. So.
Yeah, I felt like the overall, like, plot, like, and again, the theme was good. Like, they on paper, like, you know, like, had a good, you know, beginning, middle, end and everything like that. But, yeah.
Yeah.
The gore was good, though.
Yeah.
I like the special effects. That was great. And him, you know, turning into like a honeycomb, and that was neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool. And I thought that was also cool because that phobia is like really popular right now. Like holes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like so like Grace, my girlfriend who was with us, like that was the part that she couldn't watch. She was like, "Oh no," because that she has that weird thing where she can't deal with honeycomb or whatever. Like I don't understand what it is, but it's really popular right now as a phobia. So I thought it was cool that obviously it fits into the story because of the bees and everything, but it was just like they knew what they were doing too when they did that, and they pulled off those effects really well.
Do you think you would have liked it more had they stuck with like one style for the story? Because like you had the body horror element, which we both love, like The Fly and The Thing and all that. I know,
I like
Christy,
that too.
you love that too.
It. Yeah.
But then they tried to do like the psychological horror, which was more the original tone.
Right.
And then they just had the like tones for like a lot of movies you see today, police brutality and real life issues.
No, all of that stuff is what I liked about it. I think I would have liked more if they had better actors. I'm sorry, but all of that stuff I liked about it. Like I liked that they were blending a lot of different things. Also, Tony Todd exists. You can just film him. He doesn't look that old.
Yeah, he
doesn't have to look like
15 seconds of CGI is...
Yeah, they CGI. Yeah, that was the only disappointing thing for me. I wish there was a little bit more Tony Todd in it, and then they CGI'd his face at the end.
Yeah, it's like they got him to work a day or whatever, but it's like you filmed it. Just use him. He doesn't look that old.
No,
and he doesn't have, especially in the context of that movie, like this new movie. It doesn't. We don't see what he looks like in this movie, so he doesn't have to look like how he did in the 80s or whatever movie, 90s. But like, so I thought that was pretty strange that they did that. The other like atrocious, unforgivable CGI for me was when like the screen rips in half. In the art studio, and the screen rips in half. It's like, it looks really bad, and it's like, you could probably just rip a screen in half with a wire or something. Like, there's some special effects guy who knows how to just rip a screen in half.
Yeah, and I thought that was weird also.
It was strange, but that whole sequence though too, with just like those, oh man, I said I wasn't going to crap all over the movie, but those art scene characters, and oh man, that was really cringy. I couldn't stand it.
I was actually kind of happy that the art dealer died.
Yeah, right. Me too.
In horror movies, they kind of they try to set you up so that you can like enjoy some of the kills. Like they try to kill people that you hate. Like I know in like Halloween 2018, for example, like those two characters in the beginning. I'm like, man, is this going to be the movie? Like, I hate these people. Like, this is so dumb. And then whenever, like, the first, like, brutal kills of the movie are them, it's like, even though, like, I'm not even into, like, gore and stuff. But it's like, so I think that they tried to do that. But, again, if you can make unlikable characters that are written well and acted well, too. It was just, like, it was just... It was like, ooh.
Well, the nice thing, though, they did bring back Vanessa Williams. I mean, she did come back for her role, so that was nice.
Yeah,
she's cutie, too.
I was saying she was prominent in the trailer, too.
Yeah.
For it, so.
Yeah, and she, it's like she didn't even age either.
Yeah.
Since,
no, she looked exactly
92?
the same. Yeah.
I think when Candyman, giving age. So yeah, it was nice to have her back and tie it in. What do you think, Philip?
I liked it. I liked all of it. So there was like I said, I liked the fingernail coming off and the hook going in the guy's arm.
Yeah.
That was pretty brutal. So here's one thing I didn't like, and if you work for Cinemark, this is for you. We go in, we rent one of the auditoriums to watch the movie. It was $249, which I don't have a problem with, because it's just us and we get to have a good time. The snack bar, though.
Oh.
They have all this stuff up there that you can choose from. So we go up, Christy chooses 5 things that they don't have. None of it they had.
Nothing on there.
They had nothing. So you either could get nachos or popcorn, and that was it.
I had a hot dog and a beer. I was living life.
Everything else, well, we didn't try. Shouldn't eat hot dogs, but nothing else. And then they go, oh yeah, we got pizza. So she's like, okay, give me a slice of cheese pizza. The girl disappears for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and comes back and goes, yeah, we don't have pizza. It was like,
shouldn't they know that stuff ahead of time?
and I mean, okay,
you're a movie theater. You should have all the food that you're advertising.
That you're advertising.
It happened last time too. I wanted chicken fingers and they didn't have it last time.
And if it would have been like a 10 o'clock show, I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, they ran out of stuff, and that's just how it works. But it was 7:30, so they didn't have anything.
Well, it was also funny too. Like, Grace wanted pretzel bites, so like, I go up to the guy and I'm like, hey, like, do you have like pretzel bites? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, like, is this where we order them? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, like, I'll get pretzel bites. And he like doesn't say anything, and he just kind of like, and I'm like, I want the pretzel bites.
What's our next step?
And he just, I'm like, what do I do now? You know, like, and he just kind of like, and so I just like walked away, and then he went and like asked someone else, like, hey, like, where did we get the pretzel bites? And I'm like, these people have just no idea like what they're selling. It's like it's a snack bar. But my beer was good though.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I had nachos, and they were okay.
Yeah.
But
We had
to
the
sit
popcorn.
by grumpy through the whole movie, though.
That was the real problem.
Yeah. So, I got an email the other day that the Pops, they released all the images. So usually that means that they're going to come out. Funko's going to put out the 4 different Pops, so we should be getting those soon. And then, of course, our signing on September 18th from 1 to 4 with Tony Todd. He'll be in the store. So if you're in Las Vegas or can get to Las Vegas, come by and see us that day.
Did they do a Tony Todd pop?
They did not.
They did not do.
No, there was.
I wish they would have.
There was 3 Anthony's and then 1 Sherman.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. Anything else on Candyman? Okay. So now we are going to switch gears, and we're going to explain how pre-orders work, because this is our most asked question every single day is, when does XYZ come out, and when are you shipping my pre-order?
Yes.
So we're almost at the point where we don't even want to pre-order anything anymore, because the company will come out, and that's not all companies, but the company will come out and say, okay, we're going to do Jason Part 7, and it's going to come out in July. So everybody pre-orders it, and then on July 1st, we get 8 million phone calls. We don't even have it.
Messages.
Right. So Trick or Treat Studios, they're pretty good with their pre-order. They hit their date usually pretty good. Mezco gives us about a 3-month window We always go to the last month of that and put on our website. And usually they hit their date pretty good. NECA?
No. Never.
It's unreal how it works there. But so for instance, today we've got probably 30 emails about Jason Part 7. So the way it works is they obviously sell to Walmart and Target, who orders a lot more than we do, and they have different deals in place. They can demand that they get their shipment directly from the manufacturer. So it comes
not from NECA's warehouse.
Yeah, not from NECA's warehouse. So it comes from wherever, China or wherever it's made, and that's shipped directly to Walmart. And Walmart takes them out and puts them on their stores, and then you see them, and you see people holding them, going, I got my Part 7, and you immediately call us, and we don't have them. So it infuriates the customers. And so I'm just going to keep using Jason Part 7 as an example.
It was supposed to come out like a year ago, so it's a pretty good example.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So yeah, it was because we had put it up for pre-order last April, I think, and it was supposed to come out in November. This is how slow it's been. They postponed it. I moved out here,
Yep.
and here it is now, almost a year after it was originally supposed to be out,
Yeah.
and we still don't have it.
Yeah.
Right. And so everybody always wants an update, but it just doesn't work like that. Here's how it works. We pre-order it, put it up for pre-order, and we put a date that they set, that NECA sets, and we put that date on our website. When that date passes, NECA doesn't call us and go, hey, Philip, Jason Part 7 got moved back 30 days because of X, Y, and Z.
Can I add something with that?
Sure.
With what he's saying, I know we get, I think a lot of customers believe that the stores, any store, knows more than y'all do. No, that's not true. That is a myth. We don't know any more than y'all do. They do, like you just said, they don't call us and say, hey, this is what's happening. They don't do that. We wish they did, so we would have an answer for you guys that's something different than what y'all know. But they don't do that. So I want to make sure people understand that, because a lot of people just think that we should know more, but we don't.
I don't even think that NECA knows.
Yeah, NECA probably
yeah,
doesn't.
NECA
That's another
doesn't
thing
even
that
know
is,
what they're
I
doing.
think is confusing for
or
people.
most companies don't know what they're doing.
Is a lot of people think, I mean, not everyone, but a lot of people think that like we make the toys that we sell.
Yeah, no.
So that's one hurdle, and then it's like, no,
Right.
NECA does. But really, there's warehouses
Right.
that NECA orders from. So NECA, they have artists, they design what they want, and then they order a bunch from, a
Right.
manufacturer in another country. So it's like NECA is waiting to get theirs from that manufacturer to then send to us, and then as soon as we get them that same day, they go right out the door to the customer.
Right.
But it's this confusion of like where they're coming from. It's like, well, they have it, and it's like, well, yeah, because again, like he was saying, it went straight to Walmart because they ordered 100,000,
Right.
for a region, from China or wherever
But
they're
everybody
Right.
everybody sees one person have it, and then the problem is that everybody that ordered from whoever you ordered from, it doesn't even have to be from us, everybody thinks everybody should have it all at one time. That's
Yeah.
not how it works.
And-
it doesn't work that way.
And so here's how that goes also. And each company is different, but I think Trick or Treat did Halloween Kills mask. Like that's the way to release your product. They set it up where you couldn't sell it until a certain day, and they mailed everybody's stuff out at the same time, so that over the next couple of days, barring any natural disaster or whatever with the post office, everybody's going to get their product. Then we can all release it at the same time. So the way that NECA does it is they have two different warehouses, and this is I don't know everything about NECA, but from what the guy that I talked to, this is what he tells me. and I don't know if it's true or not, but they have an warehouse in Wisconsin, and they have their place in New Jersey. If you order 5 cases or under, they just ship it directly from New Jersey, apparently. If you order more than that, it goes on a pallet, and you have to get it from Wisconsin. So either way, the way the mail works, it's just common sense, but if you are in Wisconsin and your store is in Chicago, you're going to get yours before we get ours in Las Vegas, because that's just the way the mail works. It's just closer to the warehouse. So if you're close to the warehouse and you order under 5 cases, you're going to get it first. Right now is the way it works. When we were in Alabama, we used to get our stuff like super fast because we were ordering 2 or 3 cases. Now, if we order 50 cases of it, it has to go on a pallet. And what was the last thing that we waited so long
We were waiting for the Puppet Master figures
Puppet
for
Master
so
figures.
long.
Okay, so we had 30 or 50 cases of that. I called, and the guy told me, we're putting it on a pallet right now. We're building the pallet, and we're going to ship it out. So if it's 50 cases, you have to put 50 boxes on one pallet, put some shrink wrap around it, slap a sticker on it, and get it out. Now, there's a whole bunch of those, so we don't think that we're just the only person. But 3 weeks later, we call, and they're like, they're still working on your pallet. I mean,
It takes us 10 minutes to make a pallet.
yeah, we can make a pallet in 10 minutes and ship it out within a day or 2 days tops of the shipping company coming to pick it up. So we have zero control over where we are in line, what their people are doing. I don't even know how it could take you 3 weeks to ship something nowadays. We get hundreds of orders, and we have 1 or 2 people that can get them out in a day, in a day's time.
Yeah, because it's not hard. Like every morning, I come in here, I pull everything that gets ordered, we get shipped out that day or next day, depending on how much was ordered.
Right, and
Also,
with them, when we get it, we immediately ship it out.
Yeah, immediately.
So when we got the pallet of Puppet Master products, we immediately took it off a pallet and started boxing it up and shipping it out. And in less than 36 hours, everything was out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Every single order was filled and shipped.
Yeah, and that's opening the box, taking it out, bubble wrapping, doing an individual thing and shipping it out to like an individual person, because we had hundreds of orders. Whereas it's like they're getting these pallets, like, because that's the other thing too, is like they're getting the pallets from China or wherever they're made. So it's like just,
And they're already built.
Yeah.
just put another sticker on it,
Right.
But like, but either way, it's like you have a box of 6, they're just grabbing that and sticking it on a pallet, and you shrink wrap it and just
Right.
ship it out.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. And
Well, now, what people also don't know is that they moved from California. They were in California. They're not in California. They bought Ruby's costumes and
Right.
are in Wisconsin, and it's Ruby's people that don't know what they're doing that are taking care of the orders in Wisconsin. So that is the main issue here. And then
And-
the other issue is them telling you that if you order less, your stuff will get out faster.
Yeah,
It's
so-
basically what we're telling you is what they tell us.
Yeah.
We order a lot. We have to. But, we're being penalized for it in a way with them. They're basically telling us you order too much. So if
Yeah.
you order less, we'll ship it out faster.
We're in some weird middle ground where they're like,
It's so
like,
crazy.
Like you order too much for us to ship it to you, but you don't order enough for us to not have to think about it
Right.
and just have China ship
Right.
it to
So
you.
that's basically what's going
It's
on.
like,
So-
we can't order 1,000,000 of every single action figure that we do, like Walmart I'm sure does. Like, I don't know what their number is, but it's like, how many Walmarts are there? And if they get, a few cases to each Walmart, they're ordering
Right.
hundreds of thousands of the figures. whereas we order maybe like, depending on which figure it is, like a good amount, but not 5 cases. Like we ordered 5 cases, we would pre-sell them out in a day.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that wouldn't do us any good.
There'd be no point in
So their stuff comes from the factory. The Walmart stuff comes from the factory. It does not come from NECA's warehouse, where our stuff comes from NECA warehouse and everybody else, other small businesses. It's the same thing with Trick or Treat Studios. Spirit Halloween and Party City, their stuff comes straight from the factory, not from Trick or Treat Studios warehouse. That's why they get it first.
Yeah.
That's what people need to know.
Yeah. I think NECA just needs to stop saying dates. Like that would solve so many issues. Like, and here's an example, because I went through this yesterday. So they promoted a photo of the 40th anniversary Ash figure for Evil Dead. They said, we're going to have it out for the 40th anniversary, which is November this year. We have no info on it. We don't even know when it's even going to ship. Mm-mm. But people are calling us, hey, when are you guys going to have this? But I don't know. We don't have any info.
Yeah. I hate telling people I don't know. But we really don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
They do not tell us anything at all. I wish they did.
I called 2 days ago and asked about Jason Part 7. And
you call every day.
Yeah.
He's been calling every day for a month.
So we call, and the salesperson said, nobody has Jason Part 7. And I said, well, there's people on Instagram that have it because they're posting pictures. Oh, well, they got theirs from Walmart. And I go, okay, so nobody else has it? No. I go, do you have it in your possession? No, we do not. It's not even here. I talked to 2 different salespeople. Both said, we don't even have the Jason Part 7. It's not here.
It's still on the water.
It's still on the water. The ships are waiting to come into the dock and get unloaded. And I know that's some of it, but the problem is they don't tell anybody that. They just let Walmart sell it, and then everybody calls us
cusses us out
and
over something that's not our control.
Yeah,
we cannot help
I don't want my pre-order now. I'm just going to go get it, from wherever. And so we're thinking about just completely doing
cutting
away
out
with
pre-orders and not
pre-orders,
putting NECA stuff up for pre-order at all, because it's not fair to us, everybody. It's not fair to me getting messages, Philip getting emails, and my employees getting phone calls, and just everybody just being completely mean about it and cussing us out. And we wish we could tell you something different, but we can't because NECA doesn't tell us anything. And we're sorry about that. We want it too. But it's just not fair for us to keep getting cussed out over stuff that is completely out of our control.
Yeah, so we thought about doing like a post every month. But it's literally just going to be, Jason Part 7 didn't come out.
Yep, still on pre-order.
Still on
pre-order. Still waiting
and,
for it.
Unfortunately, it's like that with all their figures now. Like
we're still waiting for the Frankenstein.
We're waiting on the Frankensteins, the McCready from The Thing. We don't.
It's one thing to just have them not say a date at all. Like I think that they have to say some date, but they need to just figure it out and just tell us the real date.
Right.
Because it's like with the American Werewolf in London figure, for example, it was like it said like it would ship in
December.
December.
Well, the newer one.
I think the werewolf is November.
Oh, well, I think we had to push it or something. But like it was like it said like they sent us the email. And the date they put was like August or something.
Right.
And it was like, and they had announced it like the month before. It's like, there's no way they're shipping this out next month. No. But it's like, I mean, all we can do is go by their date. So we're like, all right, because what also sucks is if we don't put a date on it, and then all the other companies do put a date saying August, everyone's going to pre-order from them because they think they're going to get it in August.
Right.
It's like we're just kind of forced to just play the same game where we're like, hey, NECA said we're going to get it in August, so that's what we're putting.
Right.
And then August 31st rolls around and we have to push it to September 31st. And it's just like every month we just have to hope that we get stuff when they said it. It's like all this stuff is ordered, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
and that's what's funny too is when we'll get the phone calls and they're like, well, how does that help me? How does that help me? Is always the thing that they'll say, and I'm like, it doesn't help us either. Like, trust
Yeah.
me, we would love to have the toys in the store and sell them. Like, if we had 100 Frankenstein figures, we'd be selling them every day, but we just haven't gotten them yet.
Right.
There's nothing that we can say.
And the Frankenstein is a perfect example because we have another store here called Big Bang Toys, and it's more of DC and Marvel and Star Wars and stuff like that. But Star will order 1 case or 2 cases of, just of Frankenstein, for example. She got her Frankenstein a month ago.
Yeah, she had both versions of those. She had the ghost faces and pinheads that we had ordered, still waiting on.
Yeah, she had she got the Puppet Masters a lot sooner than us
Yeah.
too, because she just got like a case of each.
Right.
Yeah.
So that goes back to we order too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But not enough.
Penalize for that.
But
Right.
not enough. Like,
Yeah.
that's what's so
I
annoying.
mean,
we
it's
we
just-
order
Yeah,
too much, but
so
not enough.
crazy.
It's like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
what's your reason?
So, and here's the thing. If you find a shop like Big Bang Toys and you go, oh, well, I'm just going to go and order there. Well, if 20 people or 24 people figure that out and they order it and she orders 6 cases next time, you're right back where you started.
Yeah.
Right.
You're just not going to get it. So, it's very,
like,
very odd.
yeah. We have
And-
to start
and-
order. We need to make like 6 fake companies, just
Yeah.
6 LLCs.
Just have
and
them all
order
shipped to the
5
same
from each
stuff.
one.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But-
and now I even called and asked if we could just come pick our stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And
we
so
do
I-
at Trick or Treat Studio
I'm,
stuff.
I'm waiting on a call back. He was like, "Oh, I'll call you tomorrow and let you know." And that was a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
again, I don't doubt that they don't have it at their warehouse anyways, though. Because I assume if they did have it, they'd just ship it out. Like,
Well,
I
they'd
feel
ship
like this,
somebody.
like we're
Yeah.
getting your pallet together. Like, I think that's them. Like, we're still waiting for
yeah, they were just
your
giving
pallet
us
to
an
show
answers all
up.
they're
Like,
doing.
so, which again, it's even
sucks.
more annoying because it's oh, we're setting your pallet up right now. It's like, well, okay, cool. So we should be getting it in like a week at the most, But
Right.
it's like then 3 weeks later,
Three
you call and
weeks
it's like,
later.
yeah, they're still working
We're
on
still
your
working on
pallet.
pallet.
Two
What
months
does that
later.
mean?
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
And then,
understand. what
then
that
what are we
means.
supposed to tell our customers?
Yeah.
Oh, they've been working on our pallet for 3 weeks.
Yeah, because
No one wants to hear that.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
And
nobody
it
cares.
should be said
Right.
too that like lately it's been a big issue with NECA, but it's not only NECA that does the same kind of thing. Like, we have to push stuff a lot for things like that. I think the main point of what we're trying to say is like it's not in our control.
Right.
Like
Right.
there's it is what it is, but it's like the bottom line is like calling us and screaming at us about it is like it's not gonna work,
The only reason, and I think there's other people out there too that are brand new from ordering from us. Okay, so maybe they've never ordered from us. Their first order is a pre-order, and they're not getting it when they thought they're supposed to. Then they think we're scamming them.
Yeah.
We are not scammers.
We'll get calls
The
like that
only
all the time.
reason you will not get your pre-order product is only because we just have not received the product yet from the company. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. That's it.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's a lot of people that just assume that we're scamming them,
We're
and that's
all
the thing
collectors.
is, even if we're not, if they order something, they're supposed to get it in a few months, but we never get them, and then it takes a year for us to send it to them. Like,
Right.
they're not going to buy from us again, even though it's 1,000,000% not our fault.
Right.
Like, it's just like that's the experience that they had the first time they ordered something was through a pre-order or whatever.
Right.
But it's like. But then the people who are consistently ordering from us and understand that are always like happy with it because we package our shit well and ship it out and
Right.
it arrives safely and stuff always, and really quickly.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
our turnaround time for orders is very fast
Very
actually.
fast.
So when it's up to us, we get it out. It's just with
Just getting the
pre-orders, it's just
product.
not to us. We just
Yeah.
need to get it. But like on the like we were saying, like when the day comes and we get like a pallet or two of this figure, it's like we just unshrink wrap it, we grab a box, we take it to the shipping table, open it up, package it, and it's out, and we get everything like just down within a day or
Yep.
two.
Yeah, we work hard on getting everything out as soon as we get it, but we have to have it to be
do
able
it.
to do it. So write NECA and tell them
Call them,
Yeah.
Write your
message them,
congressman.
email them.
Yes.
they need to do a better job.
Yeah, because
on-
we're all waiting, 2 years now for Chucky and Tiffany dolls?
Yeah.
yeah, don't even get me
Which
started
we
on
had a
that.
phone call yesterday about that. that was a fun conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would be mad too about.
Oh, yeah,
about
I
that,
don't
because
blame
there's just no information.
Yeah, which
If you ask them, that they put December on it now,
Right.
so
It's not going to be just.
And that's
It's
the
not
other
gonna
thing
be
too
December.
is like, obviously we don't want everyone to just call in and email in and just cancel their orders and get a refund. But like when that happens, it's like okay, and we just refund it. Like that's
Right.
why like the people that think that we're scamming them and stuff. It's like no, just send one email. Philip will refund you your money.
Yeah.
It's,
Right.
it's really simple.
yeah,
Just-
it doesn't matter to us because we're going to sell it anyway.
Exactly, we'll
Yeah,
get it in and we'll
most
sell
of the
it.
time we
So-
pre-sell out of what we ordered, and we don't have anything to put in the store.
Which
so
is another reason why we thought about not doing pre-orders
Yeah.
on NECA too, because of that too.
yeah, so we're just
I don't
going to
know.
wait and see if it gets better. Which that's what they keep telling us is when the ships start coming in more regular and they get their stuff faster, then they'll ship it out faster, obviously, and their warehouse people that they inherited from Ruby's will learn how they like to do it. And again, I have zero information on how NECA runs their company or Ruby's or anybody else. I can just tell you what the salesman tells us. So if he's making all that up, then that's on him. But there's not much we can do until we have the product. And once we have it, and once you see it coming out, usually we should get ours, within a few days, you would think. But
Yeah. no.
sometimes we do and sometimes we don't. We're trying to split up our orders too now to where we're ordering one item and that's one order, and we don't want it combined with any other order so that it just comes out faster.
Well, because that was the other problem was they told us to order less. So
Right.
we tried. We ordered
Right.
like less of like 3 or 4 different things, and they weren't showing up. So we called them like, well, we're combining your order
Right.
into a pallet, and it's like, dude, come on, like,
Yeah, that's not
how
what-
do we
yep.
get it faster then? Like you're telling us order less, but so you're waiting until orders for all this other stuff comes in to then combine it into a pallet to ship
Right.
it, and it's like.
So that happens too.
Yeah. So
So it's like it's frustrating for us too,
It's very
obviously. Like I think that's the
Yeah.
thing is everyone thinks that it's like we're doing it to them, and it's like
Yeah, no.
we're like in the middle, and it sucks for us too. We'd be making more money if we could get the toys.
Right.
Like once we
Right.
get the toys, then we can sell the toys. Like we want all the toys because we'll sell them.
And we're all collectors too.
Yeah,
So we want it too.
We want it too. Yeah, we want to see
Trust
it.
me, we want it too.
we want those Jasons just like everyone
Yeah,
else.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love Frankenstein and Jason and Toonie Terrors. I want them too.
Yeah,
so-
and I don't want to go to Target and buy it or
No.
Walmart and buy it.
I was like, yeah, but even then they're like, hey, you can only get them there. You go to them and
They're not there.
and it looks like you're on like Walking Dead or something. Everything is like empty and
Yeah, because the scalpers.
Yeah.
Which again, all that stuff just as collectors, just it all gets under our skin and annoys us because like we want to have the toy because we're nerds, and like
Right.
so then like you go there and you can't find it anywhere, like because there's like certain things like the Ninja Turtles Ultimates from the movie. They're like I think a Walmart exclusive. They have like the animated stuff goes to Target and the live action stuff goes to Walmart, and it's like I've never seen a Ninja Turtle at Walmart.
No.
Like, and I look all the time because it's again, if we could order them, I just wait till we could get them or Star could get them, but we can't order those. It's
Right.
exclusive. So
Yeah.
it's like, and so it's annoying because there's these scalpers that all they do is they go to every single Walmart every single morning. Like every morning they wake up and they hit every Walmart in the
Yep.
city and they're gone. And that stuff it gets under our skin because
Yeah.
it's like we can't have it. you
Right.
know?
Right.
And I'm not going to go on eBay and spend
yeah, you have to
$80 for an Ultimate.
triple the price. Yeah. So. All right, Dante. I think we have hammered that subject.
We've ranted enough.
Yeah, so that's our rant on pre-orders. So, like I said, if you want to know, you can email me and I'll tell you what we know. And usually it's we don't know. So they just keep telling us it's going to be next month. And so I think we're going to put something out each month on social media. So if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, we'll put something up with what's getting pushed and what we have in stock or what we expect to get in this month. And if we don't get it, we're just gonna put the next month on there that we think it might come in. So hopefully that'll help everybody, because I think that's, we want some communication, but there's just nothing to communicate.
Yeah.
So people get tired of going, well, it's going to be next month. So I don't know. Maybe we'll make up fun reasons that it's not here or something.
That'll be fun.
So, all right. Well, that is the podcast, episode number 3. And we'll have one next week. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Well, I guess to go with the prayers, we did set up that new email address for shipping. So we do get a lot of phone calls, asking where their orders are at, or they simply just didn't get tracking info. So
which usually, if you didn't get tracking, is because it went to your spam.
Yeah, normally it goes to your spam or junk folder. But for whatever reason, because we do get a lot of phone calls with them, the email for it is shipping@nightmaretoys.com.
Yeah.
So
Roman's gonna love you.
Well, I could check it too, but in fact, it stops from the phone from being clogged up with calls, because even before we're open, we get 20 calls asking where orders are at. So it saves time.
All right, guys. We will see you next week.
We'll be just as mad.
Yes. We promise you, we don't have the Jasons.
Neither does NECA.